And now that we know a little something about 6 of our semifinalists, let's learn a little bit about the other 6. Miss Alabama, would you come down here to me, please? You know, in your case, I feel as if I should stand back here to interview you, Miss Alabama. How many accidents have you been involved in since you got here?
I think 5.
Let me explain. This is Pamela Riga. She's 19. She's a sophomore at Troy State University, and she had a master plan for winning. She was going to put the other girls in the hospital and win by default. How many girls have been involved in these
Well, I hit
incidents?
Miss Missouri with the banjo and ran her hose and pulled them off. I didn't mean to. And then I hit Miss New Mexico in the head with my arm. And I hit somebody else with a chair when I was lifting it up. I've been hitting everybody, but I fell up the stairs too, and I have a big cut.
And she tried to tell us that all of these things were accidents, which I'm sure they were. What are you studying at Troy State?
I'm in economics and finance.
What do you want to do?
Well, hopefully someday I would like to be able to work either for a lawyer or for a political campaign, do the background.
Would you like to go into politics yourself?
Oh, I don't know. I would like to if I can, if I find that all goes well and I feel that I'm suited for it.
Why are you interested in politics?
It's about the only thing that really gets me excited and gets me going. I enjoy it very much. I think that it's very important for all of us to be interested in politics and what is going on with our world.
What do you promise to do if elected?
Lower taxes?
I'll vote for you. Thank you, Miss Alabama. I'll vote for you. She got several votes with that. That's her score now. And Miss New Mexico. She is Kathy Patrick. She is 19. She is a sophomore at the University of Texas at El Paso. And what are you studying, Miss New Mexico?
I'm a Soviet studies major. It's a history
Soviet
major.
Studies? What do you propose to do?
Well, I'd like to go study in Leningrad when I'm a senior. If relations continue to deteriorate, I doubt I'll be able to do that. But that's been one of my big ambitions. They have a program for language majors. I'm not a language major, but I will have sufficient credits to be able to go and study there.
Would you speak some Russian now?
Oh, yes, I do.
Would you like to say a few words to this nice audience in Russian?
Somehow, I knew you'd do this to me. Let me think. Okay. Добрая вечерняя. Меня зовут Катя. Я думаю, что здесь это очень симпатичные люди, и я очень люблю ваш красивый море.
I think she said she likes The Price is Right.
Yes.
What did you say?
No, I said, good evening, my name is Kathy, and I think that the people here are very friendly, and I love your ocean. Where I come from, there's no water.
Miss New Mexico, I think in English or in Russian, you did it very nicely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. We'll see what Miss New Mexico has as a score, and then we will talk with Miss Maryland. Miss Maryland is Tanya Walker, age 19, from Kingsville, Maryland, and she is a communications major at Towson or Towson?
Towson.
At Towson State University, and what do you want to do?
I would like to go into television journalism.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be an actress. I'd like to sing. I'd like to dance. But I think everyone here would be interested in show business, it seems like. So my favorite thing right now is television.
And you scouted the pageant last year here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You came to the rehearsals.
Right.
You saw the girls complaining about how their feet hurt.
And hurt, and hurt.
And
right.
how hungry they were.
Exactly.
And how tired they were.
And I still came.
And you thought, I want to be a part of that.
I sure did.
Have you suffered so much?
No, not at all.
You've had fun, haven't you?
Yes,
Well,
I've had the most wonderful time of my life.
It's been fun having you here. Thank you, Miss Maryland.
Thank you.
Showing you her score, we will call Miss New Hampshire to the microphone. She is Eva Dyer from Amherst. She's an honor graduate of the University of New Hampshire with a degree in business administration, but in the opening number, you were dancing beautifully.
Well, I thank you.
And
I studied 10 years of dance, and I decided I didn't want to stand in the unemployment line, so I decided to get my business degree instead. But I still love it. It's home.
Well, you dance like a dream.
Thank you.
What, now that you have your degree, what does the future hold for you?
Well, I hope to get my MBA and probably do a concentration in finance, and eventually with that do the business report on TV. And that's a pretty definite goal, and there's very few slots for that, but I hope I'm one of them.
South Carolina is your roommate.
That's right.
How are you getting along with that rebel?
Beautifully.
I'll bet you are.
We're catching each other's accents.
And you,
yes.
I think, are the only two girls in the semifinals who are roommate. What room are you in?
We are, I shouldn't give that out over the air. Room.
Whisper in my ear. If you're in Las Vegas, play number 502. Thank you, Miss New Hampshire. I want to talk with you, Miss Kentucky. Miss Kentucky is Lisa Louise DeVille, age 19, from Owensboro, a student at Murray State University. And what do you study?
Political science, a pre-law major.
You're a pre-law major?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you choose the law?
Well, I was always fascinated with law and government classes, and I love politics, so I thought that's the best way to get on the sure foot. So.
And attorneys also make a lot of money.
Yeah, that's an added.
Have you ever watched our pageant at home? And
when I was a little girl, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, and I always thought the girls were so glamorous, and now that I'm here, I wonder. No, I'm teasing. But, yeah, and I always thought it would be wonderful to be here, and it really is.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. I'm glad you got here before I was hobbling around on my cane.
Well, I'm glad I did, too.
Thank you, Miss Kentucky.
Thank you.
One more girl, and she is Miss New York, Deborah Sue Maurice, 21, New York City, an actress. And what are your career ambitions?
Well, right now I'm living in New York City, and I'm trying to do a few national commercials and a soap opera just for fun, and then I think I'd like to get into sports broadcasting.
Oh, you would? Do you have a background in sports?
Well, I have a boyfriend who plays in sports.
Who's your boyfriend?
His name is George Brett. He plays third base for Kansas City.
George Brett is one of the finest players in baseball, and he's your boyfriend.
He sure is.
Well,
at least he was before I left.
Well, I'm sure he still is. You suppose old George is watching us tonight?
I'm sure he is.
Not playing ball tonight, huh?
Well, today's his birthday. He has the day off.
Oh, is this his birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice to take him the Miss USA crown? He couldn't wear that on third base, though, could he?
Well, when I asked him what he wanted for his birthday, he said Miss USA, and I said, well, you do know that Miss USA does a lot of traveling. And he says, well, how about a new shirt?
Thank you very much, Miss New York. A check of her score. And you've had a chance to meet our 12 semifinalists. I'm wondering if you at home have changed your minds about your earlier selections, or are you more sure than ever